The question here, what are we all seeking? Why are we all here? Why are you sitting in this chair? What do you want out of life? What do you think it is? I know you see the answer, but why are you here? Okay, if you follow the trail of whys, it's always happiness. This is something you should all do. Like, sit down and be like, why do I want this? Why do I want the girlfriend? Why do I want the money? Why do I want success? Why do I want to hustle? Why do I want to have a purpose? Why do I want friends? It's always to be happy. I want the fucking beautiful girlfriend so all my friends can see me with the beautiful girlfriend, and they'll finally approve of me, and this means I can finally approve of myself. You know, if you go inside your body, you're like, well, how do I feel? And not just from your subjective perspective. Let's just say someone else other than you is transported in your body. Would they have an enjoyable experience right now? Would they feel good? Would it be a pleasant experience? Probably not. Like, I can guarantee you're not all 10 out of 10. Back in the day, I was probably a good 3 out of 10, 24/7. Like, that was my default. 3 out of 10 all the time. Just always anxious, introverted. Okay, this is why we're all here. Okay, now by happiness, and this is important to understand, I'm not talking about the emotion of feeling happy. Because if you think about feeling happy, what is it really? It's this temporary escape or relief from pain. That's it. You know, we've somehow bought into the fact that we think our default is unhappiness. Here, what do we assume? I'm unhappy unless. And then we try to find ways to feel happy, and it's usually this escape from our default that is unhappiness, or so we think. And we call that happiness. Every time we succeed in escaping, we call that happiness. Most common answer, like, what makes you happy? Going to a movie, watching a cool TV show, eating food, sex, masturbation, drugs, drinks, smoking. It's an escape. And you're like, that's when I'm happy. But it's not true happiness. Why? Because it's temporary and you don't fix the cause. The underlying problem is still there, the fact that you assume that unhappiness is your default. Okay? And these are some obvious ones, like smoking, drugs, so on and so forth. But it could also be simple things like drinking kombucha or drinking a green juice. I feel happy when I drink this really healthy juice. That's cool, but what happens when it ends? When happiness depends on something, it's always temporary. It's literally like we're putting our fucking hand like in the flames, like in the fire, and we're like, let's put a little water. I'm happy, until you're back in the fucking flames. It's crazy. That's what we call happiness. And it's not really happiness, because again, you know deep down inside that the underlying problem's still there, and you know it's temporary, so there's that worry. How long is it going to last? The fact that you need to do something to be happy is reinforcing the assumption that you're not enough to be happy right now. You don't deserve it. It's not your default. And as long as it's not your default, you are fucked. No matter what you do, you are fucked. You can get a bigger purpose, you can get more things, you can get more girls, you can get more validation. You are fucked. So it's getting back to that assumption, getting back to that false assumption that's wrong, where your default is unhappiness. Why not assume the opposite? Who says your default is unhappiness? Why isn't your default happiness? Okay, and this here, funny enough, is why we're seeking this state. It's because it is our default. Because it's our fucking basic nature. We're all born whole, born happy, and somewhere along the way, we assume the opposite, and we live our lives based on this false assumption. And until we re-examine it, until we snap out of this paradigm, we are fucked. We know that we're not going to find happiness based on all those things. Like right now, if I gave you literally everything in the world, like let's just say you had everything of the world, you were the god of the world, would you be happy? If the answer is no, why do you keep fucking seeking it? And all these things and all these validation and all these people and all these objects and all these green juices and drinks and all this knowledge and all these relationships. If you literally had everything in the world, you'd still not be happy. It's pretty crazy. Because again, it's still within that paradigm. What you're seeking is in another paradigm. A good quote to kind of hammer this home is, we're trying to seek the infinite with the finite. We're in this world of like limited things, and we're seeking the unlimited. It doesn't matter how much limited things you get, you're never going to get the unlimited. You know, and until we find this too, as I said, everything will be compulsive. You can't find something out there that is in here. It's like if you're trying to seek what you already have, you're never going to fucking find it. You know, it's like our default is happy, we tell ourselves we're not happy, and we try to seek it out there. And this here doesn't affect the fact that you can go out and get all these cool things. Like, it doesn't affect, for example, passion, purpose, success, etc. Like that whole list I said before, being grateful, being giving, being successful, making money, getting girls, getting in a relationship, having your fucking grandkids. Totally fine to go do that, but it shouldn't be coming from that compulsive place. It's not about the thing, it's about the place it's coming from. Are you doing it to see completion? Are you doing it to be happy? Are you doing it to fill that void? Are you doing it to escape yourself? Or are you doing it coming from a place of abundance, where it's no longer compulsive? That's the key. It's not the thing, it's the place it's coming from. You can be as successful as you want, but it's not compulsive, and it's different motives behind it.